Hey guys, Omni here. We are back with episode 4 of season 6 of Supergirl, the final season. Last episode, we saw Nixie, a new fifth dimensional being who has come into the mix, who was also imprisoned in the Phantom Zone along with Kara and her father, which makes me wonder a few things. She remembers a couple of different things. She remembers 2 different lives, memories that she doesn't quite remember having lived through, and that is the effects of crisis. And she said it happened whenever the fracturing of the Phantom Zone occurred, which lines up with Brainy's statement beforehand about when they first tried to go in there and map it all. Things went crazy, and now she's starting to have dreams about a life she never lived. So I'm really curious to see if she's actually good or if maybe she's remembering 1 or 2 different timelines in which she was, one where she maybe isn't, and can she be trusted in the long run? But like how so far with the character, the way she's been acting with Kara, the way that Kara's been inspiring me, I hope she stays on the good side, though who knows, we'll see where it goes, because there was some kind of cute moments, like with her being encouraged and motivated and fueled by Kara's inspiration and trust in her and belief in her abilities that helped them get through a lot of the things. Some people pointed out in the comments that they're wondering, based on some of the interactions that we saw, if Kara's not hallucinating her father being there or if he's actually there. I don't know. After hearing that, it is the Phantom Zone. You never know. But we'll see. I think he's there. That's where I'm going to stand with for right now, but we'll see. After Lex just takes his back and forth with Lena and Brainy to the next level by them messing with him. You know, they sent some of his funds to a children's charity, so to get back at them, he set the children's hospital that they donated the funds to on fire and then blamed it on faulty equipment installed by Lena. And they're like, all right, there's this beautiful moment between Lena and Brainy. Jesse Rath just knocks it out of the park. Katie McGrath also just nailing this, man. That scene was probably my favorite in the episode. It was so good. Just seeing how they just played off of that and see Brainy just really losing it. Like he's been struggling with his emotions ever since he got his inhibitors removed. So seeing him like break, I was like, we got to kill this guy. We got to kill him. I fucking hate him. He was like, he has to be ended. And them like seriously contemplating it before Lena's like, okay, Brainy, we need to chill. Like, it's okay to be mad, but we don't need to go murdering anybody. Like, I really like that whole back and forth with them. But at the end of the day, at the end of the episode, Lena calls off her war with Lex, and we'll see where that leads us, man. If Lex is one of those characters where I feel like if he's not having somebody actively playing the player 2 to his game, like whether it be Superman, whether it be Kara, whether it be Lena, there's somebody he's got to be playing against. And if they take themselves off the board like that and he's playing by himself, I imagine it's going to be sooner or later before he trips up and gets himself screwed. So we'll see how it all goes. Remember, guys, full unedited reactions are available over on Patreon or if you become a member here on the channel. That being said, let's go ahead and dive into episode 4. Here we go. Well, we're seeing all 3 of them right here, so we'll see.
This is getting to you. I can see it. It's becoming too much.
Don't be such a killjoy, Papa L.
She can hear him.
Because I think I found what
She responded to him, so okay. I think we're fine. They have ships?
The anchor.
Oh no, those are just little debris islands. Okay. Whoops. The fuck? Is she in like the Phantom hive mind where they collect all the souls or whatever?
I had a vision of Prime Phantom's lair. I think I'm still connected to the hive mind of Prime and his progeny. I can use it to hone in on a specific life force anywhere, even in the Phantom Zone. I can find Supergirl.
Alrighty. Interesting.
There's a 99.999% probability that once we find and release them, they'll immediately return to their rightful owners, thus restoring the progeny.
I may already
It seems like a lot of really good things that might be a little too good to be true. To not go without any hitches.
What is it? Well, I call it a predator trap. It's designed to trap Prime Phantom and his progeny.
They have a...
Like in Ghostbusters.
I was about to say...
It's perfect.
It's real.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
May I?
Brainy, aren't you gonna want instructions?
I'm a 12th level intellect, Lena. I think I'll figure it out.
It's even got like the unstable kind of beam thing too going on.
Should've stuck to decaf.
That was a quick turnaround on this one. Another glimpse of high school. What the fuck? Oh, he's gotten big. He's gonna be too big for a dinky little Ray. I need a bigger gun. Oh, they captured one. She just exhaust herself or what? That wasn't a bad flying sequence either. I'm still thinking they're getting a little bit of a budget lift these seasons for everybody.
Oh no.
It's broken.
What? And you know she never would have left her guards stranded, so think. What would she have done?
Kara being that paragon of hope here.
She would have built a second layer.
I felt this tremendous force pushing at me. It was like a part of me was draining away.
The double soul dilemma. When she flew too close to it, the piece that is her transfused soul sensed the original, and they repelled each other like magnets.
That's why I was turning again.
First, we need to focus on defeating Prime and releasing the captured life forces.
But Sean,
If we don't act now, but the infection will reach a point of no return. A global pandemic. If we only go after Kara, she'll come back to find another Phantom Zone.
Okay, then we do both. We can do anything if we just put our minds together. We always find a way. Absolutely. There's gotta be another way to find Prime's lair.
Dial up your justice buddies, man. God, having Lena on the team is OP as fuck.
Thanks.
You okay?
Are you okay? You've practically inhaled every donut in that box. With your inhibitors off, you're feeling a lot of emotions right now.
You didn't advise me to embrace them.
Right now, you're not embracing them, you're eating them. I've been there. Cara and Alex too.
Their dumpling obsession.
A donut can't be there for you.
That is a lie.
Talk.
You can also talk to a donut if you want to.
Problem. Yeah.
Aw.
Okay,
Well, I can stop comfort eating whenever I want.
okay. What happened?
It was the prisoner with the scar that captured me.
but I chased him off. I knew we shouldn't have split up.
She shapeshifting? I don't know.
We'll come back for you as soon as we can.
Gosh, I don't know. Should we trust her? Is something up? What's going on?
I would like you to use it for the device.
You'll lose the recording forever.
You said that life force can do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful, but there's no guarantee.
I trust you.
Thank you. I'll let you know when I'm done. I would like to help. All right? Suit up.
Based on what Dreamer just witnessed, I've calculated that the chrysalis will become impenetrable, trapping the lost life forces in 1 hour's time.
I really want to know how many donuts Jesse Rath consumed on the set of this show for this episode.
It took some work, but it's finished. With this, we will be able to find Kara in the Phantom Zone. We'll finally be able to bring her home.
We need to recalibrate it so we can find the chrysalis instead.
But if we recalibrate it, we'll overwrite Kara's DNA. We'll lose our only chance to save her.
There's always another way. She taught us that.
We have a way now. I have to bring Kara back. You see, it's my fault. If this is my only chance to make it right, then I have to do it.
Okay, Lena, listen to me. Nobody blames you for this. Kara doesn't blame you for this. It's time for you to forgive yourself. And all that really matters is that you do the right thing today. Sorry.
1, 2.
Damn, that was a good scene.
Your father is beyond saving. He's been holding you back ever since you got here.
He got us here.
He also stuck you in a pod when you were just a child and sent you to a foreign planet alone.
She's seeing the opposite. She's relating this to what happened to her.
My father banished me.
Yep, there it is.
I should have just slit his throat when I had the chance. I was going to. I was this close. Instead, I conjured myself up a scar and I knocked him out instead.
You wanted to be free of him, just like I want to be free of my father. You're just too weak to get rid of him yourself.
Hurting an innocent man doesn't make you powerful.
I know what makes me powerful. And the power that I have here is only a shadow of what I'll have once I get to Earth. I was going to go straight home to the 5th dimension, to punish everyone who didn't stand by me. In order for me to get to my home, I have to go through yours. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have a little fun while I'm there.
All right, well, shit. That escalated.
This way looks promising.
Alex.
Oh no. Oh shit. Go.
To the chrysalis. Go!
Oh my god. This is all gonna be left up to Nia. Calling it.
No matter what happens, don't stop.
Oh wow. Go Nia. Come on. Jesus. Yes. I'm just glad Silas is alive. I mean, our heroes too, though. Obviously. Yoink.
Take your best shot. You and I both know that can't hurt me.
Yeah, she's gonna break the mirror. How the fuck is she supposed to live?
Listen, I am so grateful to be part of the team here in the tower, but I don't think I belong.
Why would you say that? You have a huge heart, Lena,
But I still don't think like you.
neither does Brainy, or Sean, or Nia. We all have different life experiences and perspectives. It's our willingness to hear each other out. That's what makes this a great team. And if it weren't for your brilliance, we all would have failed. You belong here, Lena. You always have. And you always will. And besides, you are the only one with a decent taste in scotch.
Donut count. Need it. Jesse, hit me up. I want to know.
Sorry you don't have your mom. You have me.
The Phantom, he tracks by instinct. He's a bloodhound.
If we can get our hands on more of Kara's DNA,
And then he'll track her by instinct.
And how are we gonna get more of Kara's DNA?
We can collect DNA from a Kryptonian after solar flare.
Or a kryptonite poisoning.
Alex, can you remember all the times Kara blew her powers out?
It's only happened a handful of times.
Midvale.
Once was in the fight with
Midvale.
Magneto.
back in Midvale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. No, I'm sorry. There's no way. She was literally in the control room. Though that's a nice shot though. And is her dad dead now? Dead? Nixie make up for it? What's happening? What's gonna happen here? Oh man. Holding out hope for Nixie to be good. Couldn't have that, could we? Couldn't have it. Nope. Story didn't add up. Just too many conveniences. It definitely it makes sense. It all tied together. And when the moment when she's like, no, we got to leave him. Like every moment she was like, oh, nope, too bad. And her powers snapping out at the wrong time. Definitely a little suspicious there. Definitely would have voted her off the island. But yeah. Still liked every exchange that they had. Still liked every moment in there. Again, I think the visual effects have kind of taken a step up, especially in that moment where we had Magan tracking the Prime, like the soul chrysalis. He's just trying to figure out where it was heading, where it was stored, where it was stashed and evolving by following it. And I was like, okay, that shot, her whipping and weaving through the buildings was really cool. And I was like a little confused at first. I'm glad they kind of explained it. Like, you know, she should have been able to keep up with it, but because she was getting close to her original soul, it was kind of repelling her and started weakening her. So, this was a really good episode. A lot of great scenes. Brainy munching down on some donuts, literally giving me a super strong fucking craving for some donuts right now. But yeah, man. I want to just know how many takes all these scenes took and how many donuts he actually had to go through to finish all these scenes with the donuts. Again, just kind of evolving Brainy's whole struggle with adapting to these emotions. Is like you're not accepting and embracing your emotions, you're eating them. I like that little exchange between him and Nia. Nia, again, is getting so much more focus this season. She was just so sidelined last season, like with nothing to do. She had like one or two like good episodes, especially the one that centered around her. But yeah, what the fuck? She's getting to shine, and yeah, plan to keep part in this so far. I mean, I know we're only 4 episodes in. It really feels like, I think it's probably because of all the CW shows we're covering right now. It feels like we've been with this a lot longer than we actually have, which is kind of weird. The 2 scenes with Lena and Alex both were really, really emotional and great. I was gonna say gripping and then great, and then it turned into great. I really loved it, man. The first one definitely got me misty. The second one, again, like it was almost there. It definitely was like, oh man, just like these two bouncing off of each other. Lena still dealing with her not really feeling worthy of being on the team, or maybe like she's not selfless enough. And Alex, just that whole exchange, both of them, Chyler and Katie, man, they fucking nailed these scenes. Katie just has to she's got a way of just glassing over her eyes, and I don't know if they cut away and come back and they do like the teardrop thing, but man, she fucking she can tear right into my soul anytime she weeps, man. It's just, I don't know. This is another pretty solid episode. Again, the episodes have been a lot more focused too. We're not having like a lot of random side plot, B plots or C plots. We have right now the stuff with Kara and the Phantom Zone and what's going on back home. That's it. And we're keeping on track with those. Yeah, we might get some like veering little plot points here and there, but it doesn't really take away or distract from the forward momentum. And that was kind of a problem that we had like a lot in Flash last season, and a couple of previous seasons, is juggling a lot of the B plots, and then sometimes every episode having even a C plot, sometimes even a D plot. It's just like, crazy, man. But it's been a lot more fluid, a lot more organic so far. And I was hoping that would be the case considering it's the send-off season. I mean, if the show's coming to a close, they better go off with their best foot forward and like leave a lasting, at least positive impression before they leave. And so far, I feel like they're doing that. The only thing in this episode that irks me, and and I wouldn't even say it's a nitpick. It's just like, okay, the self-destruct getting activated. Sure, maybe Nixie's turn was a little quick, but the activation was even quicker of that. Like, it just jumped to a 5-second countdown, and Kara's like, well, I just gotta book it, and it's already exploding behind her. She doesn't have her speed. She can't fly. There's no way she like got out of that explosion. Like, they could have at least delayed that countdown. It's like, all right, we need to go. Otherwise, I mean, there's no time to save her father. There's no time to get Nixie out of there, and there's no time for her to get out of there. It's just like, there could have been just a tweak to that dialogue, that audio sequence that would have made that believable and felt the stakes. But it was just like this. It was like, boom, there it is. And she's like right there. It's like touching the back of her hair. That was dumb. That was just dumb. But it still looked great. Like when we come back to the shot again, I think these shows got a little bit of a bump on the production quality for a lot of the CGI they've been doing after all the criticisms, and maybe some of that AT&T money's coming in thanks to Superman and Lois to try to have the shows be a little more consistent. I mean, they still vary like show to show as far as aspect ratio, the cameras, and the way things are shot and written, obviously. But as far as the CGI and the special effects have come along so far, they've been a lot more up to par. Actually, above par. Par would be acceptable, normal for how these shows have been. They've been above par for quite some time, and at least with each of the shows so far in these most recent respective seasons. We got Legends coming out in 2-3 weeks, and that'll be filling in our Sunday as well. You know, we got the shows coming together, man. Stargirl later this summer. We got a DC filled year, man. Saying goodbye to 2 shows that have been around for quite some time. One, I think, is particularly getting cut a little too short, but I don't know if there's some stuff going on in the background that's kind of led to that. I mean, we've got some stuff, and of course I'm talking about Black Lightning, just when it's starting to turn around a little bit and open up this whole new fresh perspective after getting away from that Markovian threat whole plot for 2 seasons, deciding to cut ties. So it sucks. It does. Supergirl, though, I understand it. There's a lot of factors involved: ratings, performance, reception, and of course everything going on with Melissa Benoist's life. Makes sense. They're doing an Arrow. They're closing it out on their own terms, and we'll see where it goes from there. But Superman and Lois has been kicking off. It's their latest new entry into this. So Stargirl is technically its new entry as well with its season 2. Season 1, while I was over at DC Universe, loved it. Covered it, reacted to it. You can check out my reactions to each one of those episodes. I got those here as well. Got 2 of those shows joining the lineup. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. See if they announced anything new. We had the potential Painkiller spinoff that was set up in the last episode of Black Lightning as well, which actually I think has some potential. But then again, I thought Green Arrow and the Canaries might have as well, even though I was a little less interested in that whole future subplot. But we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. I hope this isn't, regardless of when the show ends, that's not the last we see of Melissa, that we'll see her back for maybe some crossovers, special events, guest appearances, and stuff like that. So here's the hoping, guys. Guys, what do you think of this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, guys, full unedited reactions are available over on Patreon or if you become a member here on the channel. Huge shout out to our patron legends, Mandy Sherritt, Antoine Rodriguez, and Ryan Karen. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Supergirl. Take care, everybody.